very good morning to all. Okay, do anyone thought of how the sound is produced, how it is expelled out of the body, or how come the words are produced from the body? What are the organs do help them? Okay, my topic is gonna explain all the things. Speech sound is the air stream expelled from the lungs with the help of some sort of muscle of the upper part of the body. As the air stream is expelled from its lung, it passes up the trachea or windpipe and it is modified in various ways by larynx, the pharynx, and mouth, the nose. The modification produces the different sound of speech, which can be described according to the ways in which the air stream is modified. In the larynx, the vocal cords, the two folds of tissues, which can be brought together or separated by muscular action. The space between the vocal cords is called the act of speaking. The vocal cords can be in three positions. They can be completely closed so that the air stream is held up behind them. They can be wide open so that the air stream is allowed free passage as in normal breathing. They can be partially open so that they vibrate when the air stream passes them. There is also a fourth position in which the vocal cords are almost completely closed and only a small passage is left at the end of the glottis. There is a position of the vocal cord when whispering. This is the position of the vocal cord when the whispering is heard. In pharynx, three events can happen to modify the air stream. It is lowered and in ordinary breathing, air stream can pass through the nose and mouth. When it is raised, nasal passage is closed, air stream can only pass through the mouth. When it is lowered in conjunction with the closing of mouth, air stream can pass through only by nose. Mouth has both fixed and movable parts. The fixed parts are teeth and roof. In the production of speech sound, two important parts of roof in the mouth are alveolar ridge, hard palate. The movable parts can modify the passage of air stream by partial or complete interference with it. The modification is produced either by the moving parts acting together or by one of them acting with the fixed part. The movable parts are lips and tongue. The sounds produced in speech can be described by giving four sorts of information. The nature of air stream, whether it is expelled from lungs into the atmosphere or whether it is drawn into the lungs. The action of the vocal cords, whether they are closed, open, or vibrating. The position of soft palate, and the last one, the relative positions of the fixed and movable parts of the mouth. It is possible to classify speech sound into two classes. They are ocoids, non-ocoids, or context. Ocoids are those speech sounds which, generally speaking, have the following characteristics: the air stream that makes them allow a free passage from lungs, there being no contact or obstruction by any of the vocal organs, and the sounds thus produced depend for the quality or differences on movement of the tongue and the position of the lips, which are not closed, and usually in the production of such sound the vocal cords are vibrating. The contoids are those speech sounds which, generally speaking, have the following characteristics. The following air stream is not allowed a completely free passage, but in generally impeded by some context or narrowing of two or more of the vocal organs so that there is audible friction as the air stream passes between them, and in the production of such sound the vocal cords may or may not be vibrating. In this slide, we can see the organ which helps in the production of sound. Now, we are in the end of the video. The words vowel and the consonant have been traditionally used to name these two types of speech sounds, but these words are unsatisfactory because of precise definition and because it is better to have one set of technical terms for phonetics and another for phonology of a particular language. Whenever, henceforth, we use the word vowel and consonants in the book, we shall be referring to phonemes of English, that is, family of sounds used only in English. Thanks for listening.